It was a rainy night when I first saw him, standing under the flickering streetlight. His eyes glowed like embers. I had been walking home from work, drenched and tired, when he called out my name in a voice that resonated with both charm and menace. "I've come for you," he said, smiling, though it was no comfort. Lightning split the sky, and I felt a chill crawl up my spine. Something about him seemed otherworldly, yet disturbingly familiar.
In a voice as smooth as velvet, he whispered, "I can give you everything you desire. Wealth, fame, success. All I ask is a contract." I laughed nervously, thinking he was joking. But when he produced a piece of black parchment that shimmered in the lamplight, my laughter caught in my throat. The words on it seemed to move, crawling across the page like living things. I hesitated, but curiosity gnawed at me. That night, after returning home, I found small signs of his presence. Shadows moving against the walls, whispers in the corners of my room, and a cold breath on my neck, though no one was there. On my desk lay a coin I had never seen before, warm to the touch, etched with symbols I couldn't decipher. The contract was in my mind, calling me. Days passed, and I found myself dreaming of power and fortune. The Jinn appeared in my dreams, always watching, always waiting. His words echoed, "Sign, and your future is mine to shape. Refuse, and your future dies." My heart raced. I knew there was danger, but the temptation was unbearable. One night, I sat at my desk, pen in hand, the black parchment before me. My hands shook as I signed it. Almost immediately, my life changed. Opportunities fell into my lap. Doors opened effortlessly, and people treated me with newfound reverence. But with every success, a strange dread followed. Shadows seemed to grow in corners. Whispers became clearer. I could feel the Jinn's eyes on me, unseen but unyielding. My reflection in mirrors sometimes moved differently than I did, smiling when I was sad, watching when I thought no one was near. Then, one night, he appeared fully in my room, towering, clothed in smoke and fire. "You enjoy your new life?" he said. "But remember, it was never free. Every gift has its price." I tried to protest, to ask the cost, but words stuck in my throat. The room went cold, the lights flickered, and for a moment I glimpsed my own death in his glowing eyes. Within days, misfortune struck those I loved. A car accident, sudden illnesses, betrayal by friends. My gains came with unbearable losses. I realized too late that signing the contract had bound not just my future, but the fates of everyone close to me. The Jinn was patient, watching, waiting to claim what he truly desired, my destiny. The fear sank deep. I understood that my choices no longer mattered. He had come for my future, and I had handed it over willingly. Weeks passed, and the Jinn's presence became unbearable. He no longer hid in shadows. He stalked my every moment. The whispers became commands, guiding me to make decisions that seemed right, but left destruction in their wake. I woke one morning to find my room covered in strange black symbols, written as though by invisible hands, glowing faintly in the darkness.
I turned to every method I knew. Holy texts, rituals, even old folklore. But nothing worked. The contract was unbreakable, the signature eternal. Every person I asked for help recoiled in fear, and some vanished mysteriously afterward. I realized that seeking human help was futile. This was beyond mortal intervention.
In a desperate move, I confronted the Jinn directly. "What if I offer you something else?" I asked, my voice trembling. His eyes blazed like fire. "I do not barter with desperation," he said, "but you may attempt the impossible." He vanished, leaving a riddle scrawled in smoke on the wall. "Face the shadow of your own greed, or your future will forever be mine." I realized the riddle meant confronting the part of me that had signed willingly, the part that desired power over compassion. That night I sat in meditation, calling out to the darkness within myself. Shadows around me thickened, twisting into forms that mirrored my fears, regrets, and lust for control. I spoke aloud, admitting my guilt, begging for forgiveness, feeling every shameful moment of my life. The room shook violently, the temperature dropping to unbearable lows. From the shadows, the Jinn emerged, no longer human in any sense, his form a shifting nightmare of fire, smoke, and sharp angles. "You face your greed," he hissed, "but it is not enough. What will you offer to reclaim your future?" I realized then that only sacrifice, true and unflinching, could free me. I gathered all my worldly possessions, money, fame, and even memories I cherished, and offered them to the void. "Take everything, but leave my future and those I love untouched." The Jinn laughed, a sound like cracking ice. For hours, the air around me swirled violently, darkness clashing with my desperate will. At dawn, everything was silent. My valuables gone, the air heavy but still. I feared the worst. Then I saw him, diminished, trapped in a shard of mirror, unable to leave. My future, though uncertain, was my own again. The cost had been extreme, but I was free. Days later, my loved ones returned unharmed. Life resumed, but with caution etched into every step. I knew that power offered by dark forces always carried a price. And somewhere, in the shadows of the world, other Jinn still waited, watching, waiting for the next contract.